Mr. Vice President, considering the country's national cultural status, what is the government's stance on gay marriage? One, that's the same person that's from Sept, Boakai. And the second question is, quite recently a bill was passed regarding funding political parties. Is the government considering funding community organizations? But what is the government's stance on gay marriage?
Well, there are different types of cultures. What is being practiced in Liberia may not necessarily be what is practiced in other countries. But in Liberia, we do not have any law against gay marriage. Okay? Neither do we have laws in favor of gay marriage. What do we have is that the Liberian domestic law says that a woman should be married to a man. So we cannot waste our time to legislate a law for or against. Our culture is very clear. Thank you very much.
And to be very frank, in Liberia, I've not seen any group that came to say we are gay. We don't know whether they are gay people in Liberia because we don't know them. So nobody has identified themselves as being gay. We don't have an issue right.
On the issue of political parties, political institutions are critical, they are fundamental for the enhancement of our democracy the world over, not only Liberia. And this law was debated in the House of Representatives. But it's still being debated because the Senate is yet to debate it and get disposed of it. But I think that we are yet to consolidate our political structures. The first thing we need to do, which we have begun to do, this gone election was our first constitutional elections in recent times. So our democracy is young, and we need to solidify our democracy. So I don't think we need to hasten in allocating resources at this moment in time to political parties. What we need to do, however, is to build the institutions. Thereafter, we can put money into the institution. Or else, if you rush, you crush. And at the end of the day, if you put the money in some of those political parties that are already beleaguered, you know, the infighting will continue in those political parties. Already the money is not in some of the political parties. You see infighting day in, day out. So I believe that while it is true, strengthening political parties through public funding is very vital, but I believe we cannot put the cart before the house from the perspective of Liberia. USA is doing it. They're mature. There are other countries that are doing it. They have reached that maturity. But I think we need to take each step at a time. Thank you very much.
Okay, the last question.
Just one more question. You just heard that from the Liberty Party. Why should Unity Party argue with that? So thank you very much, Honorable We do have a final question for the night.
Okay, our final question is twofold. The first one is Mr. Vice President and our lawmaker there. A friend of mine went to Liberia recently for a visit, and she was armed robbed. So what are we doing to address the situation with armed robbery? The last question is what inspires you to get up every day to get going?
Did the person tell you what kind of arm the person had?
Well, she said that they have machete, cutlasses, and they had guns.
Well,
whether they were real or not.
Well, anyway, we know that everywhere in the world, you got people who attempt to do these things. And we should thank God. And I tell people, you go to Monrovia, you go in the streets, you see money changers with US dollars and Liberian dollars. We haven't had one incident where somebody take a gun to go. You wonder how that happened. Very seldom it happens anywhere else. Since the war, you drive from RIA, you come to Monrovia, there's not one ambush of anybody. So why do we always dwell on the negative? When we live in a world where evil is everywhere, we should thank God that the worst is not happening in a country that went out of everything. I can assure you that's why we're talking about training our police, putting more light in the streets, making sure that we create job opportunities. I always tell people when we pray, we say, give us today our daily bread. Sometimes we already have it. But in most of these places, it means really the daily bread for them. If people were as evil as we always think, there would be killing in Liberia every day for food and other things. But people just want to survive. But we have to work honestly to be able to improve their lives. Liberians have now always been people who go armed robbery and all these things. But we also have to know that during the war, they were in the diaspora, they pick up some habits that are not part of our culture. So we will work with them, and we have to put the laws into place. And people believe that grabbing people and putting them behind bars, but I have always said, the lock on the door is not for rogues. Because a rogue knows there's going to be lock, they come prepared to break it. It is for you not to tempt honest people. We have to put into place mechanisms that make it difficult for people to act bad. So, armed robbery, this is an isolated, they used to go around at night and do those things, but they have really diminished, and we are still working with it. So just say to the person, we're sorry that this time around she was the one that was the victim. But I say about myself, all my life, I believe in living and working for my country and improving the lives of our people. For example, when we were elected in 2006, my chief of staff will tell you, for the 6 years, I did not miss one day of working, not because of me, but God has given me the help. And this is my upbringing. All my life, I've worked at Tab Rubber, I've done everything with the help of God to be what I am. And the opportunity God has given me, the help to serve my people, I think that gave me the energy to make sure that we do things that will bring people, help to move lives, to inspire people so that we can build their lives. And that's what drives me and encourages me to move from day to day. Thank you very much.
I was given a task to end this program at 9 o'clock. If there's any additional, would you please talk to Reverend Collins and what's his name, Mr. Doe, please. So, with your permission, organizers, if you want us to add more questions to this, you will have to approve that. But I was given the task to end at 9 o'clock, and it's about 9 o'clock right now. So we do have some water and refreshments in the back there. As soon as we conclude, you're free to do that. We have a very short announcement for just for 30 seconds from the Honorable Ambassador about passports, so it does affect all of us here.
Thank you very much. I would like to bring you greetings from the Liberian Embassy in Washington, and to just inform you that we now have a new ECOWAS biometric passport, and that was launched. It was officially launched on June 16. You can find the application form on the web page, the Liberian Embassy web page. We want to encourage you to do that. We are not renewing any more passports, so it will be good for you to apply for your new passport, which lasts for 5 years. It's $205, including postage. Let me say quickly that it costs. Let me say quickly that it costs you $23 in Monrovia. But we thought, again, the government resolved to bring the government to the people. We thought that through the embassy, the government of Liberia will be able to bring the passport to you in the United States. It will cost you $23 in Monrovia, but consider the round-trip ticket to go Monrovia and get your passport. So please check the web page to do that. The last thing I want to talk about is the issue of dual citizenship. It was also part of July 26th celebration. We had a symposium on that, and we had sent a recommendation to Monrovia. Honorable Boakai name was even mentioned there, that he has started to lobby with his colleagues in the House concerning it. But what you and I need to do is that our brothers and sisters who are in Monrovia, who have not seen the other side of dual citizenship, we need to talk to them. Most people in Monrovia feel that if they get you dual citizenship, you will go and take their jobs. They are not looking at the other side, that you will carry investment, that you got a lot of friends here, you have made a lot of friends, that you will go and establish businesses to get them jobs. And part of the benefits for that would be, we are saying that if it goes through, the test case would be 2014, that you could be, the processes could be formulated in a way that you could vote in the United States for your senator in 2014. Going forward, you could vote for your president in 2017 from Minnesota. So there's a lot that has to be done. While the lawmakers are debating that, we have to be talking to our brothers and sisters on the ground, giving them the public information to get in the positive side of dual citizenship. Thank you very much.
So I've been informed.